What's up, Endgame? It's Thursday. Time for another mock draft. We need some people in here. So if you jump on, I pinned the link to the draft. Now, apparently, there is an issue with the link. I don't know what's going on with Sleeper, but it's not working from a phone. So you may need to access it from your computer. But if you want to join, as soon as it fills, we are going to start. So hopefully we get this thing filled pretty soon. Give me 1 second here. See if some people want to join me on the stream. We did have some I guess big news today, but it looks like it might be small news with the Jerry Jeudy. If you didn't hear, Jerry Jeudy was arrested, but it sounds very, very minor. We just heard something. I just saw something from, I guess it was the sergeant or somebody there saying basically the woman is a child with the woman. He has some of her stuff. She couldn't get access to her stuff, so she called the police. And he was arrested for tampering, I guess, for not letting her have her stuff back. And the domestic violence was only added on because he has a child with her, but there was no violence. So what is up, Jonah?
What up? Not much. I'm excited for this.
So hopefully we'll get this thing filled here soon. So yeah, it doesn't look like Jerry Jeudy's going to be in any real trouble. What's up, Bus? Hello, Bus. They could join us. Yes, Big Lenny. It was Amber Heard. It's Amber Heard, apparently, that Jerry Jeudy would not let get her stuff. No. I don't even know what's going on with that Amber Heard thing. It's like,
That's just so, like, I've been trying to keep up, but every day is just like, there's like so many random stuff that, like, I'm just like, you know what? Just tell me when it's over.
I don't even get it. Like, why? What is the potential outcome from it? Is somebody going to, like, is Johnny Depp going to go to jail? Is Amber Heard going to go? Like, I don't even know who, who's on defense here? Like, are they just talking about all their dirty laundry in front of everybody?
A little bit of everything. To my understanding, it's like $50 million. Like, no one's going to jail. It's a $50 million suing from Johnny Depp. I think Amber countersued for $100 million. At least that's my understanding of it. I'm just like, this is
So basically,
terrible.
watching a very expensive, very public civil case.
Yeah. And
it's not like any kind of
people
criminal case or anything.
people are just like, well, I mean, like, when is this not going to be announced that it's just a movie at this point?
Well, that's the thing. Like, I get it's a lot of money. It's $50 million, $100 million. But like some of the stuff that they've had to say on the stand, it's like, is that really worth? I got a lot of people in here. I'm gonna take this off. Is that really worth, $50 million for everybody to know how crazy you guys are? Like how
Are you talking the Johnny Depp thing?
Yeah, somehow we got on the Johnny Depp thing.
No, it's worth every penny for him because everyone's coming away from this thinking that Amber Heard is like psycho, and he's clawing his reputation back. Like the thing about what she did to their bed was like, my goodness.
She pooped in their bed or something?
Yeah. Oh yeah, and like spread it around.
Wow. All right. Well,
It's just insane.
I haven't really followed it. So
I don't think,
anyways.
like, realistically, I don't think either of them come out as particularly like looking good.
No.
But prior to the case, right, she was on, was it Life magazine or Time, like the cover with the story of her side of everything, and like he lost jobs, and it seemed like the punishment moved in one direction prior to the case, and at least he's able to show that it was not a one-sided bad situation.
All right, well,
Speaking
whatever.
of football,
Crazy celebrities be doing crazy stuff, I guess.
what are your thoughts on me offering CMC, Montgomery, and Michelle for Mixon and Eckler?
I'm assuming it's Dynasty.
Yeah,
Say it again. Sorry, I was typing. Say it again.
you're good. I'm giving up CMC, Montgomery, and Sony Michelle. In return, I would be getting Eckler and Mixon.
I probably like it. I think I like it. I mean, Eckler is definitely, he could have one more year in him, right? He's going to be 20. I think he turns 27 this month, if I'm not mistaken. But CMC, we know he might not have any more years in him, right? He's a big, and Sony Michelle is nothing but a backup. Montgomery, he's going to be a free agent after this year. He's nothing. He's good by NFL standards, but he's nothing special by NFL standards. And next year is a stacked running back class. So I'm definitely worried for the free agents coming in next year. Mixon should still have a few years left, or at least a couple good years left. So yeah, I think your side wins. I think I like your side.
I'm just looking to compete now because I got an orphan team and they don't have any picks for next year. And so I'm just like, how can I compete instantly? And I got lucky with the Tom Brady retirement fake news thing and traded Eson for him. I was just like, you know what? Might as well offer this, and it went through. So I was like, okay, cool. Now I have Brady, and so I'm just like, I need to compete this year while I can with Brady.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, if you're just looking at, I mean, I think even if you're just looking at this year, I don't think you lose that trade. I mean, if CMC stays healthy all 17 games this year, you lose that trade for this year, right? Because CMC will be a beast and Montgomery's good enough. But it's not, but still, Mixon and Eckler, I think, they're great, right? They're great. So I think you're okay either way.
Even if McCaffrey's healthy, do you think they're going to use him the way that they did prior to these injuries? You do?
Yeah. They're not going to change.
I think he might be getting even more passes.
If it was a new staff and everything, then I'd be a little concerned. But it's the same staff. They didn't get a QB. He's their best chance. I mean, you look at Carolina in games with and without CMC, and that offense is so bad. So I do think they're gonna run him into the ground. Yeah, it is hard to believe he's only 25. Although I do think he turns 26 this year, but still, it's hard to believe he's that young. And it's also crazy to think if he has another year, like we've seen the last 2 years. I mean, really, he could be on the downswing of his career already, which is crazy.
Do you think you could pull off CMC for Mixon and a pick?
I think
23. 23 firsts are gold, but
yeah. I think I think if you sent that trade out to obviously Mixon's only on one team, so you got to send it to that team. But if you looked at running backs kind of like Mixon, if you said, okay, I'm just going to see if I can move CMC for a running back I like in a pick, and you looked at running backs in that range, you just went down your entire league, somebody would fight, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because somebody would say, oh my God, CMC, if he's healthy, I win. It's true. If he's healthy, you win. But if he's not, you don't. All right, we need 3 more guys. If you want to hop on and draft with us, you don't have to hop on and chat with us if you're shy, but you can hop on and draft with us. We need 3 more. I got the link is pinned to the top. I don't know what happened to Pierre. He was in here and then he left, so I'm assuming he's not able to draft.
No, yeah, I only have a 3rd and a 4th for 2023, so I'm debating on how I want to approach that.
I'm trying to stockpile as many 2023s as I can. Whether
I think everyone is. The value of them is insane.
Especially after now that we've seen this this draft class and everybody knows, like, oh, it really isn't that good.
No,
Like,
if
now
you're in a
people are
super flex dynasty and you're a team that needed a young quarterback, like you're desperate for one of those picks next year.
Yeah.
I've seen drafts where Malik Willis went in the first still, and I don't understand.
I did too. Like, I think in my league, he went like 203 or something. I was like, why?
Do you just not care about draft capital? Even in a good scenario, right? Like, what's the best case for Malik? He sits for a year or two.
Oh, sorry, he
right?
went 205.
It's too much.
Yeah.
The guy only has Matt Ryan and Drew Lock, so I understand why he took him, but
trade back, get value. No one's gonna snipe him on you. Like,
I mean, you'd be surprised. People went super early in this league. Like, I think Cook went like 107, 108. I was like, okay, there's that.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen Dameon Pierce go in the end of the first round. Like,
Pickett was the first QB off the board at 109.
I mean, that I get at least. In a super flex, you get a guy with first round draft capital, even if you don't like him, but he's in a good situation. There's good wide receivers. There's a good coach. It's solid. Like, his only competition is Mitchell Trubisky. Pickett I get in the first in the super flex, but anyone else? Ugh.
Man, I sent in the cut Dynasty League, I sent Nick, because Nick's stockpiling picks in that league. His team is far from ready. So I was like, let me just take a shot. I offered him a 2023 third for Chenault. I'm like, I'll bet he'll do this, and he said no. I was like, dang, really?
Yeah, it's because Chenault's young. If you had sent a third for any of his veterans, if he has any, then maybe.
I know, but I know everybody's so down on Chenault. I thought maybe it would work, but it didn't work.
You think Logan Thomas is going to bounce back?
No.
And then it's Cameron Brate or Uzama for me. Besides that,
I do like Brate. Ivan, if you scroll to the top of the chat, I pinned the link. It's pinned at the very top. We only have one spot left. I do like Brate because if Gronk's still on the fence, if he decides not to come back, Gronk is the tight end in Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
The thing is, even if Gronk plays, what's his injury history? I think Gronk's had one season where he's had more than 12 games played in the last 4 or 5 years. Like, he misses games. He had one healthy year, I think his first year in Tampa, but other than that, like, his body's busted.
Yeah, that's the thing. So he may not come back, right? He may decide, screw it, I don't feel like doing this anymore. What's up, Kenny? Bill plays in a 12-team 2QB money league. Nice. I play in one of those. It's a lot of fun. I think it depends on your settings, of course, but my advice would be don't feel like it's 2 QB, so you definitely want to have you don't want to be hurting at QB. But at the same time, don't feel like you have to go nuts for QBs at the expense of other players. It's definitely probably one of my favorite drafts because there's so many ways you can go, and it really is one of those things where it's like you have to understand the rest of your league and how they draft because, last year it seemed like people were just letting QBs fall when we drafted. So, yeah, I would just say, but definitely my goal is you want to have 4 legit starters because you obviously need to start. You need to start 2 every week. It's not like a super flex where if you have an awesome, depth, you can get away with just 1 QB. You need at least 4 guys that you feel good are going to start pretty much every weekend. It looks like we're ready to go here. So let's do this. Here we go.
I was so excited for Penny as a San Diego State student. I was like, oh, he's gonna do great. And then they drafted Kenneth, and I'm like, oh my god, why
That
are we
was
doing
shock.
this?
That was definitely shocking. That was definitely shocking. I mean, it was like, yeah, it was shocking. But I think it says a lot more about Chris Carson than Penny. Like, I think they do not believe Chris Carson is going to play next year.
I mean, Penny's on a 1-year contract, so I'm like, well,
Well,
hopefully you go to a team that needs a running back and doesn't draft one.
that was why it was so surprising to me, is because remember during the season they declined his option. Then he played great down the stretch. Suddenly they signed him to a 1-year deal. It's like you could have just picked up his option, but whatever. You signed to the 1-year deal, so it's like, okay, they must really like Penny. And then they drafted Walker. But again, I think that says more. I don't think that means they don't like Penny. I think it's more that they feel like, okay, Chris Carson probably not playing next year. Oh, we got Joe Shiesty going to time out again like last week. Go, Chad the dad. Cooper Cup's already gone. Wow, look. Okay, well, Adams is an auto, obviously.
I was surprised it didn't auto take Cook, being the highest ADP.
Yeah, I don't really understand how it autos sometimes.
Well, if you have at least one QB, it's going to take a second one no matter what.
Yeah, that's true. It's gonna every round. It's gonna try to get you that second QB.
Come on!
I think he quit when he saw someone else take Cup.
Yeah, he saw Jimmy grab Cup and was like, "I'm done. I'm out of here." Devontae is in the 1-4 because he was auto drafted. That was an auto draft, so yeah, not the normal spot. I asked him if he wanted me to switch it out, but he said, "No, just leave it." So, and hopefully our Chad the dad, there he goes. There's Chad. He just went green. He can be stuck with Cook.
Still has him on auto though. Hopefully it doesn't
Yeah, I'll let him know. So I know I'm going Diggs here. I really don't want to go Tyreek.
Not with the way that Tua is underthrowing the ball.
Yeah. I might go. I think I'm going to go just so I can take. Just so I can take a running back in the first round, I'm going to go this. And then I'm going to go this. All right. He's flying out to Jimmy to beat him up for taking Cup at the 3. Where he's going.
He would too. I don't know. I think he might get more upset if someone didn't take Cup first.
I wouldn't say we're drafting as if Kamara isn't going to jail. We're drafting as it's up, like however you feel about it. I mean, we don't really know yet, right? We don't know yet. I don't think he's going to jail. I think it's more like, is he going to get suspended or not?
I saw someone say with the Jeudy news that prison's going to have a better wide receiver core than the Bears.
No, not anymore. I don't know if you saw what I posted in the Discord, but the Jeudy thing looks very minor.
It's the only reason I feel comfortable making jokes about it, honestly. Like, from the sound of it, at least, it's not real bad.
Yeah, it sounds very minor.
Looks like chat is inactive. Oh.
Yeah. Hold on. I'll pause it for a second. I'll remove that pic. It doesn't sound like what Jeudy did. I mean, it just sounds like Jeudy. Yeah,
He probably will get like a light suspension, I think.
I don't even think he'll get a suspension.
I don't even think he will. Yeah. So is Brown is the guy who was talking about the situation? Is that Judy's like representative or lawyer or something?
The one I posted in the thing.
Yeah. Because
no, she was reporting. She was reporting. Brown. Sorry, I didn't post the first one because. He's the sheriff. He's the Arapahoe sheriff.
Oh, so it's not even a biased source. Okay.
No.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, it sounds like there was a dispute, and they called in the cops to mediate, like to keep things safe. Which.
Yeah, that's my thing. Sleeper is having issues today. So yeah, so the sheriff said, for those that didn't see it, a woman who I guess
it's the mother of his kid, right?
Yeah, Sleeper is on one today. Come on, Chad, make a pick. And now it's like an echo.
I muted my own thing because it's just echoing all over the place.
Oh, come on, dude!
I went back on auto. Oh, jeez.
I gotta take my boy.
The thing is like, all right, how do I turn these off?
Just refresh it. Try refreshing.
Try refreshing or click the sound thing.
Who told me to refresh? All right, there we go. Was that Josh Allen pick a real pick?
Yeah.
Wow.
Gross.
Gotta go with my boy.
That's early. That's early.
Oh, I know, but gotta give the man the love that he deserves.
So yeah, so apparently with the Jeudy thing, it's like this woman went over to his house. He has some of her stuff. He wouldn't let her take the stuff, and so she called the cops, and they arrested him for tampering with her stuff. And I guess they added on the domestic violence because she has to with him. Nate, you know you're on the clock, right?
I'm deliberating between Kamara and Lamb. I'm going Kamara.
You just wanted us to hear that chime again? You just wanted everybody to hear that ticking again?
He hadn't had enough of it, obviously. Yeah.
No, yeah, I have favoritism bias towards Josh.
I can see that.
Did you like him out of college?
Yes, I met him while he was in his last year at Wyoming.
Oh, there you go.
That's awesome. So, like, I feel like everyone out of college kind of, I don't know, people gave him a hard time about that pick, and there were a few people that really thought it was a good one and liked him, and that must be a fun ride.
Oh, I'm so excited that he went to a place where there's a lot of wind and he can air his arm out a lot easier.
Oh, the guy is a cannon. It's unbelievable.
What is going on? Is everybody just intentionally letting this buzzer go? Did Joe just auto draft again? Dude.
What do you guys think about Dalvin Cook? Or not Dalvin Cook, sorry, his brother, James Cook.
I think he is going to be sharing with Singletary, and I don't know who's going to get the goal line role between the two. But I think it's going to look like how Edmonds and Connor looked last year.
The thing that makes it tough to me is it's not like Singletary. Like it would be clearer if Singletary was your traditional like 1-2 back that couldn't catch passes, but like could hit the hole and fall forward for a few yards. But he's a guy who can catch passes. He's not incapable of that. So like it blurs the role a little bit. Like
it does.
Yeah, man, Saquon Barkley at the 3-1.
Honestly, I'm just so excited that Matariza went there. I was like, well, if Josh Allen can never get going, like, try going 95 yards in Buffalo.
It's going to be funny when they have the best punter in the league and they just don't punt for games at a time.
No, that's the thing. They don't even punt. Like, what are they doing drafting a punter? They don't even punt.
In the playoffs where it matters most. He's going to boot that thing.
I have to move this over.
I got to say, I'm a Pats fan, but I love the way that Buffalo plays football. And, like, I know I'm supposed to – they're a division rival and all this stuff, but, like, I don't know. I don't know how you hate the Bills and the Bills fans.
Yeah, it's really hard to hate the Mafia.
They donate a ton to charity. They are, like, welcoming. They're – I don't know. I have warm feelings for Bills fans.
Jimmy going 0 RB from the 3 spot.
Just straight wide receivers.
Man, I know I say this every week, but I've never felt so unsure about so many early round wide receivers. Like Tyreek with Tua, Debo, who knows what's going to happen, AJ Brown with Hurts, Lamb, I feel okay about. We'll see. Evans, I feel great about. Higgins, fine. Keenan, fine.
I'm starting to feel like I like Gallup at value better than I like Lamb at value.
You like Gallup coming off ACL, missing 4 to 5 games?
I mean, he's going to miss a few games at the beginning of the season. You can limp by, but this is redraft. It's not best ball, right? Like, I have faith I can build a team that can make the playoffs.
Man, these wide receivers. Well, geez, now we're taking Pittman at the 3-8.
Deontay and Pittman, one after the other, guys, breaking Chris's heart.
Let's start queuing some of these guys up because I don't think many of them are making it to me. Well, there goes that one.
People are seeing you queue them, and they're like, no, I want to take them now.
I know, that's the problem. Everybody can see my queue.
Someone's going to take A-Rob on you soon.
And Sleeper still has weird ADP, it looks like.
Oh, gross.
Well, that helped. That definitely helped.
That's the champ, by the way.
All right, well, I don't mind this. I don't mind. What I like the most out of here. None of these guys are making it back to me. That's for sure. I'm gonna bank on Jeudy. He's not going to jail.
I thought you liked Sutton more.
In PPR, I'm fine with Jeudy. PPR, I'm fine with Jeudy. To me, it's kind of like Cup and Woods last year.
That's what I said in the live stream with Pierre.
Yeah, it's like you just want to get a lot of both of them because you don't know which one, and then you want to get like Tim Patrick late too, and maybe even KJ Hamler really late in like underdog drafts.
Yeah, he wants to be Lockett.
But I mean, as we saw today, even though it looks like Jeudy will be fine, he's an injury or some random thing away from being a part of this offense. So.
You see Cheek's comment?
Yeah, D-Hop. Go D-Hop.
Where do you think D-Hop falls to with the 6-week, possibly 7 if by week 7 is? Or
I mean, I'd still take him over Gallup.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Yes.
man. I mean, I guess on the plus side for D-Hop, it's not like MT where he's coming off some kind of injury, like last year where everybody's like, oh, just hold MT for like 6 or 7 weeks and then you have him down the stretch when it matters. But no, he never played. He's probably going to play. I mean, he's going to play. But as we saw last year, he wasn't the same Hopkins. They added Marquise Brown. They brought back AJ Green. They have Zach Ertz. Like, he's not going to be a 25, 26, 27, 28% target share guy anymore, like he was, Houston in his first couple of years in Arizona. So.
Everyone just casually avoiding Antonio Gibson.
Oh, no, done. No way. Cannot draft him. I mean, maybe late. Antonio Gibson is basically won't even inherit a 3-down role. Right? Like if Robinson gets hurt, he's just the early down back with McKissick still doing, the 3rd down 2-minute drill guy. Like he doesn't even, it's not even like he's not even like a handcuff that's going to go into a 3-down roll. All right, well, here's the take. Here we go. Here's a little bit of a hot take. Clarence says, not sure everyone else thinks, but I feel like Michael Pittman is going to disappoint a lot of folks this year. I mean, I see I think it's the possibility is there, but with Matt Ryan, I think.
They're also having breakfast together.
Do you think Clarence is big on Alec Pierce?
Maybe.
I think Pittman is going to do well in everything besides touchdowns.
Yeah, he could definitely struggle there, but speaking of emptying his ankle that won't heal, that will never heal, apparently. I really shouldn't be queuing guys up yet.
So do you still think Godwin misses games at the beginning of the year?
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, everybody just thinks these guys coming back from ACL like late ACLs are going to be ready week 1. I mean, and even if somehow they are, like, what, they're not going to be like 100%. I mean, I will say Jimmy's putting together a good 0 RB team. Those are some good wide receivers he's got there.
Just straight wide receivers. That's all you need to win a championship, right?
Pretty much. just hit on those waiver wire running backs like Rashad Penny. Just grab Rashad Penny off the waiver wire and go win a championship.
These wide receivers are disgusting. This is not.
It
Not
gets
good.
It gets bad quick. There's 3 wide receivers I feel really good about. There's maybe 8 to 10. I don't know the exact number that I feel fairly good about, and then there's like everybody else.
I'm hoping he's not dust yet.
I was hoping he'd follow me. He usually does. Usually people don't want Adam Thielen.
It's only because DJ Moore and Terry McLaurin, your 2 favorites, already got taken.
I don't understand. We've seen this. It's like Groundhog Day. Wake up, draft DJ Moore, and have a painful fantasy season. And then wake up, do it again.
But he could be so good.
Well, somehow
Man, Garrett Wilson, wide receiver 1, is bold.
I couldn't find anyone else.
that team is this is a 3 wide receiver 1 flex team, so that team is gonna definitely need to hit on some wide receivers here.
Oh, I know, but I'm counting on some later targets. And can always throw Wilson in the flex.
Who are going to be your 3 wide receivers if you're using your flex?
I'm not going to say because people are going to take them.
Chad the dad, don't time out. Yeah, Bateman's kind of buried down there.
Yeah, I like that pick.
Yeah, he's kind of buried. He should probably be going ahead of some of these guys, maybe. Thing about sleeper, you gotta dig. You gotta dig to find these guys sometimes.
I have no idea what to think about Elijah Moore.
I still like him. I definitely like the fact that he's probably going to be. Oh my
That's a good
god!
pick right there from Cheeks.
Mooney and
Yeah,
Cooks.
I just got double sniped out of my queue. Everybody watching me in my queue. Dang it! Not fair. Everybody watching my queue. All right.
You can just go to roster, so nobody can look at it.
Well, I didn't have it on the queue. I think they saw me hitting the queue. Let's see here. I don't know if I like Juju this much.
But no, like if your argument against DJ Moore is, bad situation but talented, wide receiver, how much faith do you have in Zach Wilson? How much faith do you have in him to provide to multiple super talented wide receivers?
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Not a lot. Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna have to draft Juju so I don't time out. All right. You're not like this. This is a bad spot here. Let me just go. Let's see. Not enjoying this 12 spot today. Don't know how I feel. Don't know how I feel about those picks. I really thought I was going to get 2 of Mooney, Cooks, Bateman.
We are in the 6th round, and Antonio Gibson is still on the board. People listen to you, Chris.
Feels kind of like how Kyrie Irving was treated in fantasy basketball this year.
Kemba Walker.
Kyrie Irving.
Actually, so we got this comment from Smitty saying wide receivers going in the first round. There aren't many workhorse backs. I feel like this year there's not a lot of elite wide receivers.
So elite wide receiver, if you define them as like super high ceiling, but also like you're confident that they're going to hit something close to their ceiling, that's tough sledding right now.
Yeah,
there are guys that have that huge ceiling. I have no confidence in them.
Yeah, like there's just not. I get it that there's not a lot. I mean, there's just not a lot of running backs or wide receivers. Like I feel like there's more workhorse running backs I feel good about this year than elite wide receivers. Like if we go up and look at the you go up, like I feel like JT obviously workhorse, CMC if he's healthy a workhorse, Henry a workhorse if he's healthy, Cook a workhorse, Najee a workhorse, Eckler a workhorse, Mixon a workhorse, Javonte workhorse-ish, Swift maybe not a workhorse but gets the PP, gets a passing game, Chubb good enough, Kamara could be a workhorse, like Barkley could be a workhorse. Fournette could be like. There's way more. There's way more running backs I feel good about than wide receivers this year. Way more.
Well, and again, the format matters, right? Like, if this wasn't a 3 wide receiver league, it would be a bit different.
Yeah, if this was like a 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 flex league, then sure, I definitely favor the running backs more.
We could have just seen a workhorse taken in the 6th, right there, Elijah Mitchell.
Maybe. And that's the other thing. I mean, we should know by now. If you've been playing fantasy football for more than like 2 years, Chad Otto's again. What?
See, now here's like the conversation with Godwin earlier. Like I'm like, I know he's gonna be good when he's back, but when is he gonna be back? But
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just have to take him and just know that when he's back, he's gonna be good.
I mean, I don't think we're fading running backs. You got, if you look at the first 3 rounds, it's pretty even. I don't think we're fading. I definitely don't think people are fading running backs as much as they were fading running backs in these drafts last year. Like last year, you'd get in these drafts and it's like you'd be getting like David Montgomery in like round 7.
And I gotta say, I wait until I see a board and go, there's no one I like here. And that's typically when I take my quarterback. And that's happening earlier and earlier.
This is the thing. I almost took a quarterback over Devonta Smith, but I'm like, I don't really want to take Justin Herbert. I know Justin Herbert was awesome last year, but you know how I am with those statues.
Well, and like, how many quarterbacks fell in the last mock draft in the last round? There's like Russ was going in the last round.
Hey, how did Breece Hall fall to the 6th round?
Jets.
So Jimmy,
ADP probably. ADP,
Jimmy gets 4 wide receivers at tight end and then gets Breece Hall as his RB1. Like we've all just lost. We've all just lost.
Killing it.
Like Breece Hall in the 6th. That's ridiculous.
I want to know if he would have taken him over Gibson.
I'm sure he would have. Yeah, for real. Jimmy has won this draft. Like, that's ridiculous. That is one of the problems with sleeper, man. Is the ADP is so wacky, and I'm not.
Miles Sanders too is a nice pick. I was kind of hoping he made it back to me.
Yeah, see, if you can go 0 RB and get Breece Hall and Miles Sanders, you go 0 RB. I mean, normally you won't get Breece Hall that late.
Torres took my pick for this round.
Gabe Davis.
Yeah. I think he's going to get a lot of target share. Between him, Knox, and Diggs, there's a lot of targets to be thrown by Josh Allen.
Wait, is Kenneth Walker? He wants to go by Ken. They have him as Ken Walker. Is that correct?
I guess so.
I'm dropping him even lower now.
Just like
Does he eat steak though?
Just like William Fuller. You wanted to add those
Yeah.
4 letters?
William Fuller. Joe gonna time out again. Yeah, there's Hopkins.
God, I feel really gross about this pick.
Yeah, that's pretty gross. Can't lie.
It was him or Ayuk, and I looked through the depths of the wide receivers left, and I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's not a good time. It's not a good time to need wide receivers.
For me, it's Ayuk or Renfro. I think I got to go Ayuk.
I like the upside of Ayuk. I really do. I'm worried about Lance.
It's so hard to tell, like, where this team's going to be. Because Lance looked great in a few games, but
Even when he looked great, did he look great throwing the ball?
No.
he looked great looking like a Kyler Murray type, but
Maybe with his legs.
yeah, that's what I mean.
Not with the arm.
The arm was not there.
So, like, when Kyler Murray can get out away from the, offensive and defensive lines that he can't see over, he goes through multiple reads, at least. I didn't see much of that from Lance last year.
I feel like it's going to be a lot of checkdowns to Mitchell at that point.
I mean, the other question I have, too, is, like, no one wants to trust the 49ers running back. You can see it in how far Mitchell fell. But for rookie drafts in Dynasty, like, I'm seeing Ty Davis-Price go 4th round. And with as much as they run the ball and as inconsistent as they are year to year on who gets the touches, like, I'm tempted, man.
All right.
Your guy, Michael Carter. You must be real sad about that.
I can't believe Breece Hall went 6'10", and then Michael Carter went 7'11".
He's still gonna outscore ETN. Just you watch.
Oh, I know.
He's not.
This is terrible. All right. Well. Guess I'll get the stack. Man, I really hate this team. Jeez.
I feel like you're talking about the Commanders.
This has been a terrible draft. Oh God.
Chris, so far you're at a 6 out of 10.
So gross. What's that?
Said so far you're at a 6 out of 10. I need you to know that.
Terrible. This is a terrible draft. Terrible draft.
I was going to grab Harris if he made it back to me.
don't know. This draft's awful.
Famously, Chris loved Damian Harris last year.
I don't even love him this year. I might like him less this year. Like Stevenson is there. They drafted 10 running backs this year. Like, oh man.
I don't know what's going on in New England.
Those draft picks were absolutely absurd. Trading up to draft Tyquan Thornton over Sky Moore, like, oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm convinced they let Matt Patricia make the picks.
Who would you pick at the 407? I assume he means in his rookie draft. Justin roster room for Calvin Austin. That's if Ross.
That's easy, Ross. Upside.
Yeah, I mean that's where I'm leaning because if he can stay healthy, which obviously has been a huge thing for him his entire life, but if he can stay healthy,
even if he can't stay healthy, Chris, it's a matter of value. If he has one good preseason game, how much can you trade him for?
well, that's true.
At least a 23 third or fourth, or sorry, 23 third or second, right? Like
he might be this year's Marquez Callaway. Goes off in the preseason.
Take Ross and be willing to cash out. Honestly,
yeah.
I honestly don't know what to do with this pick.
That's not true. I traded Callaway for a first.
I'm going for a reach here. I'm going for a big reach here.
I don't even know what I'm going for.
I'm going for the upside of wide receiver 1 in Green Bay.
A hopeful wide receiver 1 in Green Bay.
Upside, he could flame out, I don't know, but like I have 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs, a flex, and a quarterback at this point. I'm shooting for upside.
Digging for that one.
Where do you think Landry ends up?
I hope Green Bay.
Seen a lot of Ravens buzz.
Yeah, I've seen that too, but
I don't love that.
I don't hate it.
For him or for the Ravens?
Both. I mean, I don't like it for him.
Well, that's it, right? Like, I like it for the Ravens. It's a good fit in real football terms. I don't know how much I want him on my fantasy team if that's the offense he's in.
Kadarius Toney. I think that Burrow pick might be Jimmy's worst pick.
Still feel like we're playing for second place.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, it's not bad value, Jimmy. I'm just saying, like, he probably could have just waited and got, like, Dak or Russ or Stafford or Brady even later. We'll see. I mean, you're set. Look, you have the best team. You're set. Just saying. Yeah, I mean, look, your team is insane. But I just think if you just kept loading up on running backs, maybe one or two more, maybe a wide receiver in there, then just grab one of those guys late. But it's gonna be fine either way.
Brady's probably going to be there in round 13,
Yeah,
and that would have been cherry on top if you just kept going the direction you were in prior.
just in these drafts, QBs usually fall. Although now I say that everybody's gonna probably take a QB in. Must be nice to be able to stack a Q and nobody can see it. Must be nice. All right, a lot of help here. I mean, yeah, definitely got sniped. I'm not having a good draft, that's for sure.
What happened to Pierre? I saw he jumped in at the beginning and then he jumped out again.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
Handcuff season for me.
Wow.
That
I like
Rashad
Rashad
White
White.
pick may have been the single most predictable pick this whole draft.
I almost picked him over Damian Harris, but I'm like, I need a guy I feel a little confident about in week 1.
And you picked a New England running back for that?
I mean, we're looking at James Robinson, Devin Singletary, Rashad Penny. Yeah. I usually get wowed on every pick, so I guess I'm doing pretty well tonight.
I don't know how to feel about Dotson. I even thinking in like dynasty terms and rookie drafts, like first round draft capital should be pretty valuable. He's just, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, first round draft capital doesn't always mean like.
Statistically, when you look at it, the hit rate on first round wide receivers is pretty good.
Yes, but we have a lot of recent memory first round wide receivers who did not hit. I can go with Henry Ruggs, Jalen Reagor. Who else?
N'Keal Harry.
N'Keal Harry. Kadarius Toney. Like,
we don't know that Tony's a bust yet.
Well, we knew he was a bust in year 1, and we're only drafting for year 1, so.
Gesicki over some of the other tight ends available, huh? Are you a believer in Gesicki, or is that kind of a
I'm more
by
hoping
default?
that that the offense resembles a little bit of what Kansas City does, with Gesicki just running up the middle, being wide open because of Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle.
He's athletic. I mean, he could do it, right? Like
Yeah,
he doesn't have Ingram hands, at least. Like
I like him more than Freiermuth and Ertz. Hunter Henry was another option as a second tight end.
Freiermuth and Ertz, I think I'd take over him. I was a bit surprised to see him go before those two, honestly.
It's fair. I think they're all kind of like in the same range. For me, Freiermuth is really whoever the Steelers put at.
You're about to take another QB? Okay, good. At least if they can.
Whoever the Steelers have starting quarterback, it would depend for Freiermuth.
I see Ertz, and I think he may have gotten hit a bit by them drafting. They drafted McBride, right? Like that's.
Yeah, but people act like
Rookie tight ends don't do anything.
Yeah, McBride is in Pitts. He's not going to come in right away and just take over.
And wasn't Ertz a top 5 tight end after he got to Arizona?
Yeah, I think he was, but that's just because to be a
He
top 5
finished-
tight end, you just need to like catch some passes and score a touchdown every now and then.
He finished number 5 on the year.
But he never had like, because I had Ertz, I think in the league where I lost my wife, and it was like you felt good about Ertz, like he's going to give me 10 to 14 points, but he never had like those huge. Like, he never even had those Hunter Henry, like, 2 touchdown weeks where he'd get, like, 20 points and only catch, like, 3 passes. He's just very, like, high floor type of guy, so.
High floor it is, then.
I mean, yeah, I don't hate that at all.
I felt like I was playing a game of chicken with the tight end position the last, like, 3 or 4 rounds. I wanted either Ertz or Freiermuth, and I was waiting for one of them to go and hoping I could get the other.
I just keep seeing Miami running backs, and I'm like, I'm just going to keep scrolling.
It's probably a healthy decision. Although I do like Mostert more than I think probably almost anyone here. Which is to say, like, a little bit.
I mean, if you like him at all, that's probably more than anybody here.
I mean, he's their fastest running back, right? Like,
I appreciate these teams going 2 tight ends. It's dry.
I mean, Komet's a value there, but, like, yeah.
Let me see. I see Komet, Hawkinson, and Kittle and Gesicki. And then Joe Shiesty going Kelsey and Schultz.
So in terms of scoring, Chris, I know you advocate for not having a tight end position. How do you feel about tight end premium but no tight end position?
Wow.
No, I don't. There we go. Another double wow. I don't like that either.
Just get rid of it altogether, and if they're good enough to be in your lineup, they're in your lineup.
Yeah, because what it does, because then it like, I mean, if you have a guy like Kelsey who finishes, you know, like that 1 year, like 2 years, like last year, not last year, the year before, where he was basically like the 6th overall scorer in PPR, and you give him tight end premium, he's like a top 1 or 2 scorer. But then the other tight ends still suck. You know what I mean? Like the other tight ends still suck. So
I had someone share a league with me that they have a 3.0 point per game scoring, point per reception scoring for tight ends.
3
Kelsey
points
scored
per reception?
3 points. Kelsey scored like 500 points
That's insane. That doesn't even make sense. Like, was it
I
started
don't know
by
how
a former
that's
tight
fun.
end?
It's it's just you have your tight end, you have your flex. You can start another tight end in your flex if you want, but like
I mean,
if you
the tight
don't
ends,
have Kelsey or Andrews, you're just not winning.
yeah, the tight ends in that league could just be like the first picks. Because even a 50 catch tight end, that's 150 points right there. Just from that, it's 150 points.
Oh, come on, why is the bell going? I've got like a minute left.
It's not you, it's Ale, isn't it?
Come on!
It's showing me on the clock on mine.
Yeah.
What's up with my sleeper? Mine just showed that Ale timed out.
It's asleep.
Sleeper's been sleeping recently.
Dude, sleeper struggle today.
Just refresh it, Chris.
All right, for the second time.
I think it's time for a new MacBook.
Yeah, I actually do have a new one. But I didn't want to. It was like I haven't got it all the way set up yet, so I didn't want to. I'm using my old one.
Gotta get my guy.
Get your guy Mostert. I'm pretty sure you could have got him next round, but you never know.
There's no running backs left. It's not good.
I mean, Khalil Herbert's still there. You can get
Yeah,
some
there's
15
some-
touchdowns with that.
There's some running backs.
Yeah, Marlon Mack, a potential RB1 of the Texans.
We laugh about it right now, but some of these guys that we laugh at right now are going to win fantasy football championships. It
And I
happens
will have
every year.
none of them on my roster.
Happens every year.
It's gonna be Jamal Williams a year after you were like all
It
about
might be.
Oh, come on, dude!
He's a likable guy. Jamal
Very
Williams.
likable.
Calvin Ridley winning championships this year.
Probably
I
not.
like the bell pick.
I know.
Ridley may not.
Well, that's why you taxi squad him.
My first dynasty with a taxi squad this year, and I'm still trying to figure out how I want to use it. So
I'm
tight end
just using it for
premium, and I
rookies.
think, well, yeah, but like, so mine, it's you can keep them in for 2 years.
Hmm.
It's tight end premium. Tight ends take forever to develop. I drafted a few of them, so I figure I'm going to stick the tight ends in there, and they won't be eating up my bench spots. Got Dulcich, got Trey McBride, got Cade Otton. I mean,
Julio. Odell and Julio. I could have combined like 3 games out of him.
He's on auto pick now.
Yeah.
that KJ Osborne pick may be nice.
There, so you got Mac anyways.
Yeah, because he's really good now that I drafted him.
Only after you draft him.
Hamler pick may be nice too.
Yeah.
Shoot, man, I should have waited till last round wide receiver. I should have gone a little heavier running back early. There's some decent ones late. There's never good wide receivers late in these drafts.
Which crappy
Yeah.
tight end should I pick here? Let me see.
You got 2 decent ones towards the top.
Yeah, Hunter Henry's not horrible. Albert O may actually have a decent season. Herb Smith may not suck.
I like this guy.
Oh, you're going Higby, huh? Who are you
Nah.
going? Fant? Tunyon. I don't hate Tunyon. They need to throw to someone.
Yeah, actually, I like Tunyon this year. Antonio Brown is a steal here. Yeah, might be sleeping on Eno Benjamin.
Who is Binford?
I don't even know. Who is that?
I have no idea.
Who is that?
Reaches injury settlement 5 years ago.
All right, whatever. That's the last pick. DPJ. Let's YOLO.
Wow.
Another wow. Give me that other wow. All right, let's look at this thing. Thank goodness I don't have to grade mine. What happened to my? I can't minimize this.
I did not have a good draft.
My
I
team
mean,
is
I'm not
number
as
one
bad
in
as
my
Chris,
heart.
but like, not good.
I can't minimize. All right, let me try refreshing again. Sleeper, you have not. Oh my, no, I can't minimize. Okay, so
You can't minimize. No.
this is gonna be annoying. Do I even need to grade this? Jimmy wins. We all lose. That's the grade.
What's my team?
All right, let's see. Cedric Highsmith, JT Evans, Barkley. I like that. I don't like Connor there only because you went JT Barkley. I would like to see some wide receivers there, but whatever. Connor's fine. Williams, Olave, Kyler, that's good. Gallup, fine. Farmuth, I really like there. I like that value on him. Mark Samuel, Gus Bus, got some potential there at the end. I think that's a pretty solid team. I think I'd probably give that a 7.5. Going to definitely be a little hurting the wide receiver, I think.
7.5 is pretty good from the number one overall spot in these drafts.
All right, Torres, CMC, Andrews, Fournette. Then went NT Moore, Burks. Okay, at least you understood after going running back, tight end, running back that you got to attack wide receivers. So that's good. Burks, Davis, Kirk, Tony, Brady in the 11th. That's good. Could have the Brady Gronk stack. That could be good. Hardman worth the shot there. This is a really good team. Really going to come down to those wide receivers, but you gave yourself a lot of shots at it, which I like. So I think I like this team a little more. I'm going to give it an 8. All right, Jimmy, probably going to be like a 9.5. Cup, Lamb, Higgins, Marquise Brown, Darren Waller, and then somehow falls into Breece Hall at the 6th. Miles Sanders, Pollard, Stevenson, Madison. Like I said, I mean, my only gripe is like, imagine if you like had not gone Burrow, and then you got Deshaun or Prescott or Stafford one of these later rounds. I mean, it's very nitpicky. It's very nitpicky. Burrow obviously is great. So this is a fantastic team. I don't know how we let Breece Hall fall to you at the 6'10", but we all lost because of that. So not quite perfection, but one step down. So 9.5. Good job. Very good job. All right, Joe Shiesty with many auto picks. Adams, Kelsey, Mahomes, McLaurin, Dobbins, and Gibson as your RBs is beyond scary. I'm not even an RB guy, and that still terrifies me. Hopkins, yikes, Schultz, Rodgers. A lot of auto picks there, a lot of question marks. That's a 7 for me. 8, Jefferson. I just cannot take Jefferson from you. Even in mock drafts, I can't get Jefferson from you. No matter what I try, I can't get Jefferson.
Give me another first round picks. You can have them.
Come on. I think I gave you 2 firsts and Bateman, who could be after this year. He could be really good.
It's a good offer. It's almost enough.
Oh
wow. Jefferson, Kamara, as long as he's not in jail, that's probably a good pick. I don't think he will. Keenan, I like in PPR. Monty, that's solid. Thielen, I actually really like. I mean, Lamar, I want to say that's good value for him, but it's not bad value, but when you look at like Murray, you look at the QBs in this draft just fall, but nothing wrong with that. Pocket Watson, Claypool, that could be big yikes. Hopefully one of those guys hit. Singletary, fine. Ertz, fine. Mostert and Mac, kind of funny. I don't know about that, but whatever. Their last 2 picks. Yeah, this is, obviously not on the level of Jimmy, but none of us are. I think it's more like around Taurus. So I'm going to go, what did I give him, 8?
I think that was an 8, yeah.
And you definitely got him with your top 2 wide receivers. He's got you at RB. But, if Kamara is Kamara and Monty is Monty, you're not far behind there. I think you're right there with him. I think you're at 8 as well. All right. Let's see what you did here. Let's see what you did here, Jonah, with these. Wait, you did the 0 wide receiver start here, right? You go Henry, Allen. Yeah. Allen, obviously that's early, but he's your guy. Aaron Jones. Kittle, that's a good value for Kittle there. And then we're looking at Wilson, a wide receiver who may not be ready week 1. Ayuk. You got the Ken Walker. Jameson, who I don't know how I feel about Jameson in Detroit.
I don't like my wide receiver picks, but I like everything else that I have.
Yeah, for sure. That's the thing about this team. Gesicki is fine. Yeah, this team's going to need some serious help at wide receiver. You need Henry to be Henry and Aaron Jones to be really good. Obviously, Josh Allen's going to be great. I don't get to worry about that. Yeah, I think
there's a non-zero chance that Hamler is the wide receiver 2 on this team week 1.
There's a chance. There's definitely a chance. All right, Chad the Dad with some autos. Dalvin Cook, A.J. Brown, Deontay Johnson, Allen Robinson, T.J. Hawkinson. I don't mind that start at all. Pretty sure Josh Jacobs is an auto. Kareem Hunt probably will be your RB2 most weeks over Jacobs. Patterson, I don't know why we still all like Patterson, but whatever. Russ is good there. Then he backed it up with Trey Lance because when you get Russell Wilson, you got to back him up with Trey Lance 4 rounds later. I'm going to assume that was an auto. Komet. Team overall, I don't think is very bad, honestly. You got Cook, probably Hunt, some combination of Hunt, Jacobs, your RB2. You got A.J. Brown, Deontay Robinson as your wide receivers. You got Hawk, that's not bad. Flex might be a little struggle, especially when you go 2 tight end, 2 QB. That really hurts your flex. I think that's a 7-5. All right, AL goes Najee, Debo, Pittman, Waddle, Bateman. That's really good. Those are 4 really good wide receivers. I like those guys. Eli is and Evans is your RB2s. That's solid. This is a really good team, too. Holiday, Melvin, Patrick, that's nice. I like Holiday, too. Dak in the 11th, that's good. Zamir, Tenny, that's a good team. Here's an 8-5. I like this team a lot. It's not quite on Jimmy's level. Jimmy's just on another level.
He'd compete with Jimmy, and I didn't think that we'd have a team that could compete with Jimmy.
Yeah, I think he can definitely compete. He definitely compete. His wide receivers definitely aren't on the levels of Jimmy's. And Breece Hall could. I don't think Breece Hall is going to be as good as Najee, but he could be good enough to at least not lose ground to Najee. So still a very good team though. 8-5 there. That's a good team. All right, Eckler, Chubb, Cooper. I don't mind Etienne in the 4th. I see the value there, but when you go running back, I think you got to start attacking wide receiver because, again, this is a 3 wide receiver league. Moore and St. Brown could be okay. I definitely have my worries about St. Brown with not with everybody hurt, with Hawkinson healthy, Swift healthy, the addition of Chark. Not that I'm a big Chark guy, but still, there's going to be less target share for him. But anyways, Goddard. I do like Lazard and Gage, so, not bad there. Penny, Watson, good value. MVS worth the dice roll. Herbert worth the dice roll. Overall, a good team. Your 3 running backs could carry you here, but you do need 3 running wide receivers. So I think this is definitely a good team. I think this is on par with teams that are in the 8 range. I'm going to get that one at 8. All right, Cheeks, Mixon, Hill, Akers. I'm not really an Akers guy. Nate, you're an Akers guy. Is that too early for Akers?
I'm an Akers guy because I have too much Akers in Dynasty from before he got hurt. I don't know. I don't know if that's the pick I would have made.
Yeah, I think that's a little early for him. And then DK, yikes. You just signed me on Mooney. I don't mind London there. CH, Dillon. Stafford good late. I don't even know who Binford is. Not loving this team. This is like one of the 7-5 teams. All right, Chase, Swift, Zeke. Talk about feeling early. That feels early for Zeke. But I don't know. Maybe a healthy Zeke bounces back. We'll see. Sutton, you sniped me on. It's a nice job. And you didn't snipe me on Sutton. You took him after me, but you sniped me on Cooks. I do like that, though. Chase, Sutton, Cooks. I think that's a great wide receiver trio right there. Herbert, Carter feels very early for him now. Renfro, Knox, fine there, I guess. Dodson, Pierce, Landry, Williams. I like Jamal in there. Yeah, I think that's another 7-5. And then my team, I'm pretty sure, was like a 6. My team might have been the worst team in the draft. Definitely not my finest work. So, all right, guys, there we go. We had some nice sleeper hiccups tonight. Sleeper really was not being kind this evening. So hopefully it's back better next week. But appreciate you guys being on. Appreciate you being on the stream. Everybody who jumped on the stream. Appreciate those of you guys who checked us out live. Don't forget, check the description. Get in the Discord. That is where you want to be. You want to be in the Discord. It's all day fantasy football talk. It's fun. It's informative. Breaking news. Like we got the Jeudy news. Like before I was even on Twitter, I couldn't find anything about the Jeudy news. That's like we've got it. So definitely get in the Discord. Check that out. And yeah, appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next week. Have a good night, everybody.
Join the Patreon.